Someone has texted. Staya. I have. Okay. Lakshmi has texted. Yeah, Lakshmi, I've started recording. Thank you, by the way, for texting. Okay. So I have started the topic capacitor. I've started the topic capacitor. Okay. So it's fifth class. So before going to the next slide, let me launch the poll. So I've launched the poll. I hope that it's visible to you. So you can. I'm giving you 2 minutes. So participate in the kindly. Please participate in the poll. Am I audible? Is my video clear? Are slides properly visible to you all? Okay. Are slides properly visible to you all? You can take your time, okay? Just you have to click, okay? It's easy. Just you have to click and you'll get it. Again and again, need not to tell this thing. Some students are remaining. Please participate in the poll so that we can start the session. Still, some students are remaining. Please participate. I'm not audible. I think I'm audible. It's clear now. See, I tell you, the videos which will be provided to you know that are completely having the perfect sound. So when I check from that, I get to know that yeah, sound is proper. Okay, Satyam is saying you are clearly audible. So that's great, Satyam. Thank you. Thank you for answering. 76% students have voted. I'm going to end soon the poll. Okay, so I'm ending the poll. Okay, so more than 50% students have answered yes, so it's good. So I am starting the session. So before starting the session, students, let's have a recap. Okay, let's have a recap. So students, in previous session, what we did is that we studied the distribution of charges on connecting the two charge capacitors. Suppose that there are two charge capacitors, okay, and they've been connected. So I told you how much is the charge distribution. I told you this in the previous session. Uh, Harish is saying, sir, send me the link of HCV Lauri. Harish, you can text me on the WhatsApp after the class, okay? So meanwhile, after the evening, after my next class, that is next session, I will send you the HCV PDF only, okay, on my WhatsApp. You can text me on the WhatsApp number individually, okay? No issues. So in the previous session, we started a distribution of charges on connecting two charge capacitors. Suppose there were two charge capacitors up and down. I told you, you can see on the picture. This is a picture here. I can show you this, and it's visible on your Android phone, okay, or whatever. Okay. So this is two capacitors. Sorry, this is this for two capacitors. So we used it and we wanted to find the charge, basically charge distribution on the capacitors, that is the final charge which we told that q1 dash and q2 dash which will appear on capacitors plate. Okay, capacitors plates. Okay, so this was the q1 dash and q2 dash charges. So we founded this out by finding the common potential, and then by using the equations we know that the equations were c into the common potential, okay, for fresh charge on the capacitor one plate, and for fresh charge, finding the fresh charge on the capacitor second plate, we use this. Okay, students, so don't lose hope, be energized. Okay, don't lose hope. Everything is okay. Okay, so you will be able to do the numericals also in the next session. Okay, so these were the things we did. Then what we did, then we solved numerical. This, I think, this numerical I've given you homework. Just text me yes or no. This numerical I've given in this session of homework. No, text me yes or no, students, fast. Numerical number this, that is two charge parallel plates were given 2 microfarad 20 volts. I told you this, do at home. No, I told you like this. No, just text me yes or no, students. Okay, no sir. No, I haven't given you this homework. I've solved this in the class. I've solved this in the class, or I've given you homework. Satyam, you solved, sir, you solved it in the class. Okay, I've solved this thing in the class. Okay, so I think some students are having query in this. I think so, maybe because. So everybody understood this, no? Or I need to do it again. Everybody understood this numerical. That 2 microfarad plate was there having 20 volts, and 3 microfarad plate was there having 10 volts. So text me fast to know if you want to do it again. Yes, sir, clear. Everybody, it's clear? No, because you are sitting in the class. So it's, don't waste your time. Is that, I don't want your time to be wasted. If you really want to do this again, I'm ready to do it again because I wanted every single student must understand this thing. Satyam is saying yes, sir. Ankita is saying yes, sir. Ananya is saying yes, sir. Kiran is saying yes, sir. Clear. So it's okay? Okay. So Sakshi is saying yes, sir. Harsh is saying yes, sir. Okay. Harsh is saying do it. So, okay, yes, he's saying yes, sir. Okay, no problem. Okay. So, okay, see, I think that this was having problem with some students. Okay, so I'll solve it, but easily. Okay, means in a speed, in a fast way. Okay. So, see, in today's session, by the way, we will study charging and discharging of a capacitor. Okay. In today's session, by the way, we will study the charging and discharging of the capacitor. Okay. Veer Bhadra is saying, okay, that's okay. 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 So the thing is, see, for those who have already solved it, it will be a revision for you, and for those students who haven't solved it, it will be like they will be able to solve it. Okay, I'm solving it very fast. Watch carefully. It's okay, and listen also carefully. So the thing is that students see this is given as capacitor of capacitance. This one was first capacitor of capacitance 2 microfarad. It is having the potential difference as given as 20 volts. Okay, this was capacitor of capacitance 3 microfarad. It will be like revision for other students. And this is having potential difference is equals to 10 volts. Okay. So the charge on it will be basically equals to Q1 C1 V1, which is basically equals to 20 volt into 2 microfarad. This will be equals to 40 microcoulomb. Okay. And for this, the charge will be equals to C2 V2. So the charge will come out to be 3 microfarad into 10 volts, which will come out to be 30 microcoulomb. Okay, it's fine. Then what we did, we connected this both. Okay, so these both were being connected like this, up one and down one. So there will be, due to potential difference, initially the potential was 22310, means it was 2 microfarad. This was having 20 volt potential. This was having 30 volt potential difference, and 3 was 10 microfarad. What was a microfarad for this? 3 microfarad. Okay. So I did a mistake. I have to erase this thing. Okay. So it was basically 10 volts and 3 microfarad. Okay. So I told you that whenever there will be a potential difference, I told you that whenever there will be a potential difference, there will be a charge flow. Here the up one is having 20 volt potential V1, and downward is having 10 volt potential. So there is a potential difference. So the charge will flow from up to down like this. Current will flow like this. So charge will flow. So due to charge flow, there will be an electric field being generated between the plates. Okay, positive and negative. So suppose that due to electric field, there will be energy stored. There will be a charge in that. Okay, so the charge suppose appears on the plates of the capacitor as fresh charge. That is Q1 dash positive and minus Q1 dash negative Q1 dash. Okay, here also second for second Q2 dash fresh charge positive minus Q2 dash Okay, negative and the magnitude is same. So now we need to find this q1 dash and this q2 dash. Once we find q1 dash and q2 dash, for other plate just put the negative sign. Okay, so how we solve it? First we know that because there will be a charge flow, and charge flow will be up to when there will be a common potential. There will be a common potential. Okay, V. So we know that how we find this V through the charge conservation. We find it the V. Okay. So what was the formula for V? The formula for V. Can anybody text me the formula for V? What was the formula for V? Can anybody text me the formula for V? Common potential formula. Okay, side by side I'm writing. You can text. I will match it. Okay, I will appreciate that student who will answer it. Common potential formula was Q1 plus Q2 upon C1 plus C2. So the students who are answering are, okay, let's see. Sakshi have texted the accurate answer. Okay, so other students also can match, and its other form was, and the next form was of this common potential was Q1. Sorry, it was. Let me erase this thing. It was basically C1 V1 plus C2 V2 upon C1 plus C2. That's easy, very easy. So any form you can use. Somebody other have texted. Yes, Satyam, you are also accurate. Perfect answer. So using this common potential, we're going to find Q1 dash and Q2 dash. How? Like this. That is Q1 dash is basically equals to C1. Capacitors will never change, whether it's initial condition or final condition. Capacitor throughout the journey of in the system means where the charge flows, there is a potential difference. Charge will flow up to a common potential, then charge will stabilize, and the fresh charge will get generated on the both the capacitor plates. So capacitance will never change. Okay, capacitance always remains a constant. I told you that while using this, Q is equals Q upon V is equals to C. Either you can increase or decrease Q, or you can increase or decrease potential difference, but capacitance will always remain constant. I told you this thing. Okay, so remember always, this is an important point, that the capacitance will always remain constant. Okay, so this will come out to be CQ1 dash equals to C1 V, which is the common potential. Okay, similarly for, see, suppose first we need to find this C1 is equals to, it will come out to be Q1 plus Q2 upon C1 plus C2. Okay, so this is Q1 dash, and now Q2 dash will come out to be C2 V, common potential. Okay, so by again using the value of common potential, we will get Q2 dash is equals to C2 Q1 plus Q2 upon C1 plus C2. Okay, students, so these are basically the value of Q1 dash, which we need to find charge finally distributed on the fresh charge distributed on the capacitor plates 1 and 2, and this is Q2 dash. Okay, students, so this is basically the answer. Okay, now the person or the people who haven't texted or asked, but the one who asked, he's benefiting other people also. He's benefiting other people also. So just text me the, did you understand now? You can text me. I needed to say name. Everyone understood. Just text me everyone. Now everyone who were having the doubts, they understood this thing, that how it is Q1 dash and Q2 dash now fresh charge. I mean we need to just substitute the value. I mean we need to just substitute the value ultimately. See, value I can left for you, no, but still I will do it again. Okay, no problem. So value was this. That is, value was here. The value was, what was Q1? Q1 was this 40 and Q2 was 30. So while substituting the value 40 microfarad, 30 microfarad, and here C1 C2 was 3 and 2. So it will come out to be 5. Okay. And so here it will come out to be 370 by 5. It will come out to be 42 microcoulomb. Micro column charge, okay, and other will come out to be maybe like 28 and like this. You can find it out, okay. I don't remember the answer. Yes, sir. So Anita is saying, yes, sir, that's great. Kiran have texted the answer. Okay, good. Harsh got it. Kiran got it. Okay, so that's great. So these will be the answers. Basically, micro stands for 10 minus 6. Okay, remember this thing. Micro is equivalent to 10 minus 6 unit. Okay, so one answer will come 48 micro column, and other will come out to be basically this is 70 by 5, and this is 2. So it's 5 to the 10, 7 for the 28. So 28 micro column is Q2 dash, and Q1 dash comes out to be 42 microcoulomb. Okay, 42 and 28 answer. Those who people got this answer, they are in the right direction. Okay, so everyone understood. I'm starting the new concept now. Dielectrics. So leave everything aside and concentrate here. That is on dielectrics. Okay, listen this thing. So here you can see one picture. Okay, I will explain you everything. Just have patience. This is another picture. So what is happening actually? Before that, you have seen this picture. Now understand one thing. There you require you people require a theory for before understanding these pictures. First, I need you to just see it. Okay, watch it. Okay, you observe it. Observe it. So I'm starting the theory now. Okay. Okay. Listen. What are dielectrics basically? What are dielectrics? Listen. I told you already that dielectrics are basically maybe in this session not. So I'm writing it again. Dielectrics are neither conductors. Conductors are those which conduct electricity. Okay. You can write a text. You can text me in the chat box that what according to you is a definition of conductor. Conductors are those which conduct electric current. Okay. What are insulators? Insulators are those which do not conduct current. Allow current to flow through it. Okay. Semiconductors. Does anybody know about semiconductor? Does anybody know about semiconductor? Can text. Last class will be. Let's see. What's the last class? Okay. Last class is kind of this only. That is dielectrics, which we are going to study now. Okay, which we are going to study now. So Sat- Satyam is saying that some amount of conductance may or may not, Kiran is saying may or may not be allow current. Okay, semiconductor. Okay, see, dielectrics are neither conductors, they are kind of insulators, but are not actually insulators. They're kind of insulators. How? That they do not, they are poor conductor of electric current. They poor conductor of electricity. Poor conductors. Okay, do not allow free electrons to pass through it. Okay, do not allow dielectrics, do not allow free electrons to pass through it. Okay, so they are kind of insulators, but not actually insulators. Okay, because it is having other two types. That is, there are polar also. There are no non-polar also. We will go into it, but we will go into this topic also. But for now, understand this thing. They are a kind of insulators as they resemble in this way that they do not conduct electricity, but they have ability to produce in themselves electric field. The electric field can be generated in the dielectric, but they do not allow electricity to flow through it. Okay. So what's the factor which changes from insulator is that they allow the production of electric field in them. Production of electric field in them. Okay. They're poor conductor plus they allow the production of electric field in them. So this is the factor which distinguishes it from insulators. Okay. So let me highlight this point. It's required for precise knowledge. Okay. Okay, that's okay. Now, so dielectrics are neither conductors, they are not insulators. Semiconductors. What are semiconductors? Semiconductor is some class of material, okay, which will maybe teach you when I'll get about the topic, when I'll get this topic, when I will feel that I need to teach this topic, whenever it's required, whenever it will come to me. Semiconductor is basically that thing, in this, there is a materials which are having the energy gaps, energy bands are there. So it's a complete theory. It's a different thing. No need to teach it now. But for your sake, just keep in mind that semiconductor is a class of material which is between insulator and conductors. As the name is semi, as the name is, you can see, as the name is semi and conductor. Conductors are conductors. Semi means like half kind of. So it's a class between. So it's a class between conductor and insulator. So it's a class between conductor and insulator. Okay. So it's a class between conductor and insulator. Yeah. Kiran is saying may or may not be allowed current. Yeah. It's a kind of okay definition, but not perfectly correct. Okay. Kiran is correct, but not perfectly correct. Means that it may be, it is like of. Okay. Then we'll now come to dielectrics. Okay. So what are dielectrics? I told you they are kind of insulators, but having the ability to produce electric field in them. This is its kind of logical definition. Okay. So see, dielectrics are
ये
basically two
గాలిలో
types.
వెళ్తాది
डुप्लिकेट ಹಾಕಿ ಆರು ಜನ 8 ಜನ ಇರ್ಬೇಕು ವಾటిని ಡೂಪ್ಲಿಕೇಟ್ ಸರ್ಕಾರದರಿಂದ ಹಾಕೋದು ಡೂಪ್ಲಿಕೇಟ್ ಹಾಕಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ಕಾರದವರಿಂದ ಕೊಟ್ಟ
I've unmuted the mic. I don't know who was the person. Yeah, Veerbhadra is also correct. Somewhat correct. Okay. So let us go to the next slide. What I was saying is this, that dielectrics, है ना? Dielectrics. Okay. Let me take pen. Okay. Listen one thing. These class of materials are, I told you, it is poor conductor. Logical definition I'm saying. Poor conductor. Do not allow free electron to flow through it, to pass through the material, to pass, let me use eraser, to pass through. Someone is texting. Okay, sir. Okay. Okay, Arish. To pass through its material. Okay. But but allows electric field to get produced in it or generate in it. Okay. It's a physical definition, logical definition. Okay. So listen one thing. Dielectrics are basically of two types. Okay. One is basically polar dielectrics, polar material having the polars. It's a polar dielectrics, and another is basically non-polar dielectrics. Polar dielectrics and non-polar dielectrics. So what is polar and non-polar? Okay. See, someone has texted, maybe having some query. Harish, we will talk about HCV in the chat. Okay, you can chat me in the WhatsApp. I'll tell you the time. Then we will talk about this thing. Okay, now in the class, please focus here. Okay, Harish. Okay. So two kind of materials are there: polar and non-polar dielectrics. Okay. So what are polar? See, there are materials. There are materials, polar materials. Okay. There are some. Suppose there are some materials which are having atoms or molecules whose center of whose the center of positive charges and the center of negative charges do not coincide. Okay, for example, take an example of HCl molecule. HCl molecule, H plus charge and Cl minus. We study this in chemistry, no? So it's are having kind of ionic bond, electrostatic bond. Okay, so what happens is that in this case, basically, it's center of positive charge and the center of negative charge. They do not coincide. Center of positive charge and the center of negative charge do not coincide. That is, they are having some polar dipole moment. Okay, polar. They're having some polarity in their bonds. Okay, like this. You can see its positive charge is not coinciding with negative. So it's having kind of polarity in them. Okay. So this is basically such type of material known as polar dielectrics. Okay. And those for those who having the center of positive charge and the center of negative charge coinciding in them. Such molecules are known as non-polar dielectrics. For example, say oxygen or hydrogen. These are non-polar. Non-polar. Polar ones. See, polar are those molecules. I have told you with the example. Let me explain it again. Let me explain this thing again. Okay. See, so when you're asking to solve it again, let me do it. See this thing. H plus atom, okay, Cl minus. We know for HCl molecule, that is hydrogen chloride. HCl molecule, hydrochloric acid. Okay. So what we do is that H plus ion is there and Cl minus ion. There is having a bond of electrostatic bond, ionic bond. Okay. So it is a polar bond by the way, because its positive charge is on one side and total negative charge on other side, kind of. So center of gravity or center of positive charge or the center of gravity or the center of negative charge do not coincide. Do not get confused in the term center of gravity. Just think that center of the positive charge and the center of the negative charge, if they are coinciding, then they are polar molecule. Okay, there is no polarity in the bond. But if it is like this, that is HCl molecule, it will have some non-polarity, that is polarization. Bond will be polar, so it will be like this, which is basically example of polar dielectric. And for non-polar, the example is like hydrogen. Hydrogen bonds are basically what bonds? Covalent bond, no. So it is covalent bond is not having any polarity in them, plus minus charges. No polarity is there, no, it's just a sharing of charges. So it is comes under the example of non-polar dielectrics. Okay, you understood this thing? See, it's just you must have just some knowledge about this polar and non-polar for understanding the topic of dielectrics. Okay, you can gain more knowledge, it's okay, but for now this much is fine. So everyone is okay with this non-polar and polar dielectrics. Okay, these are basically non-polar and polar atoms only. Okay, the atoms are molecule which combine to form a material like such as polar and non-polar. They are both comes in the section of dielectrics. So everyone is okay with this? Don't worry, I will send you the notes, complete notes. Tomorrow there is no class and Saturday there will be class, so I will send you good some amount of PDF. Okay, as a note. So you just need to keep in it. I told you this in the previous session also, okay? But since I think that I must teach you first somewhat this thing, then I will send and it will be better for you. So so tomorrow, before tomorrow, or okay, I'll really send you. Okay, okay, okay. So this is about polar and non-polar. Okay. So now let us go for what are the slides I have shown you. Let's go back to those slides. Okay. So let us go. So this is a thing which I've shown you. Not this one. Okay, so this was the thing which I've shown you. Yeah, same I was saying. See, what I told you the example of HCl now. So whatever the dielectric is, either maybe it is say polar or maybe it is say non-polar. Maybe it is say non-polar. So whatever the material you take, that is dielectric material, either polar or non-polar. So if you keep it like this, that is, suppose it is a polar molecule. Suppose I have taken polar molecule, having an example of HCl kind of, okay. So center of positive charge and center of negative charge are already separated, okay. But it is still combined by electrostatic force, electrostatic bonding, okay, in each and every atom or molecule. These are basically an atom part, atomic part, okay. Center of positive charge means center of nucleus and electrons surrounding it, its center are basically separated with electrostatic bond, okay. So these are polar atoms, okay, polar atoms. So what is happening is that if I apply what is happening is that if I applied some external electric field from outside on such a material, say polar material, polar dielectric material, if I apply an external electric field from outside on such a polar dielectric material, what's going to happen is that since it is electric field and since these are charges like plus q, treat it for understanding, treat it as a plus q negative q, okay. And also these are charges by the way. So suppose it is positive q and this is negative q and this is electric field from outside which is passed through this dielectric material, or this dielectric material is being kept in this electric field, okay. So since these are all basically plus q minus q only, so what's going to happen is that this will this electric field will influence these charges, or these charges will get influenced by the electric field. So what's going to happen is that negative charges, what's going to happen is that uh, negative charges will flow, the negative charges will flow towards the negative charges will flow towards the electric field, and positive charges will try to go away from the electric field. Everyone agree with this? Text me yes or no fast. Be energetic. Everyone, just everyone text me on the text box. Do you agree with this? Or you can use emojis. That the negative charge will flow towards the electric field, and the positive charges will go away from the electric field. Okay. Yes, yes. Ankita is saying yes. Mamta understood this everything. Ankita stood everything. Pranit is saying yes. Satyam is saying yes. Okay, that's great. Okay, that's great. So negative charges will go towards electric field, and positive charges will go away from the electric field. Kiran is saying okay, understood this. Satyam is saying clear, sir. That's great. Okay. So this will happen for all these polar atoms. Okay, that is for this also, 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 this. So what I did first, I took a dielectric polar material having its each atom, each polar atom having its charge separation. Okay, center of gravity or the center of positive charge was separated from center of negative charge. What I did, I kept this dielectric material in an electric field, or I took this material and applied the electric field. In both the case, what's going to happen is that since there are charge separations, there are charge separation on these polar atoms. What's going to happen is that it will get infused, or the electric field will infuse it, and there will be a separation in the charges. That is, negative will try to run this side, and the positive will try to run that side, because its electric field is from this direction. So what's going to happen is that since negative charge due to the influence of electric field will go in this side, and positive will charge will get repelled in that side. But since these atoms are having strong ionic bonding in them, because they are also bonded together, no, like HCl, H plus Cl minus. So since these atoms are also bonded together, okay, what's going to happen is what the scene will create, that you can see on your screen. That is, this kind of condition will create. It will not like this ki this negative charge will break it and it will go and stick to it. No, it will get stick to its atom, parent atom only, but the configuration will change. Every atom, polar atom, will get aligned in such a configuration, okay, as compared to previous. You can see that initially every atom was randomly oriented, okay, randomly placed, randomly was present in the material. Then electric field applied, it was starting to land in a symmetric position, in a good orientation, okay. And when now the electric field has been applied with time, what happened is that this atom, this materials, polar atoms, materials, polar atoms have oriented in a perfect alignment, in a particular alignment, okay. So it's a particular configuration. These atoms are in a particular configuration. So did you get this point? Did you get this point? Text me yes or no, everyone fast. Soon it will get to over. Dialectic cell has just finished. The last point is remaining. Just text me yes or no. Just text me yes or no. Then we will start solving the miracles. Did you understood this? If you didn't understood, you can text no also. I will explain it again. No problem. No issues. Okay, Likita is saying yes, sir. Sarish is saying yes, sir. Okay, that's good. You're participating. Gaurav is saying yes, sir. Vikas is saying Vikas. I've seen you the first time. That's good. Harsh is saying Harsh didn't understood this. Satyam understood this thing. Ankita understood. Anita understood this thing. Sneha understood this thing. Sakshi understood this thing. Okay. So Harsh did not, maybe didn't understood. No problem. See, many students are there who are not. They maybe haven't understood this thing. I'll Kiran perfectly understood. That's great. Deepika understood. That's great. Listen, what I told you, Harsh, is that one more time I'm repeating. Nikhil raised the hand. Yes, Nikhil. What happened? Nikhil raised the hand. What happened? You can. Yes. Say. Hello. Okay. So the thing is that let me explain it again. What I told. Let me revise this thing again. Okay. Thing is that, see, this was a polar material. Polar material. Okay. Polar material, by polar material, what I mean that having the molecule, having the atoms such as H plus Cl minus, molecule molecules such as H plus Cl. It's a ionic molecule, no? Ionic molecule, no? We study in chemistry. So it's having electrostatic bonds. So they suppose treat it as like this. These are all say HCl, HCl, HCl. For understanding, I'm saying you this thing, okay? HCl, HCl. So what's going to happen is that since these are, what happens in the polar molecule, I told you the definition, that the center of positive charge and the center of negative charge are already do not coincide, they have some separation. So initially they are kept like this in the material. This is a polar dielectric material, and the electric field is applied from outside. Okay, or this dielectric material is placed in an electric field. Whatever the scene will be the same. So what happens is that this atoms, this molecules, that is HCl, combination of two ionic atom plus H plus Cl minus, will get infused in the electric field. Okay, because since there are charges only, no, plus positive, say positive Q and say negative Q kind of charges. So due to electric field, they will get infused, and the negative charge will try to go towards the electric field since it's coming here from here, and the positive charge will try to go away from the electric field. Okay, so there will be some influencement, and what's going to happen is that the configuration of atom will get changed. What's going to happen is that the configuration of these molecules basically will change, that is combination of H plus Cl minus, and it will align in a perfect, and it will align in a such an element which is you can see on the screen. Okay, so if you compare the scene, it will be like this. Initially when no electric field was there, it was like this random oriented. Then when electric field is applied, it started orienting itself. And finally when the electric field is, with time it has been applied at for particular time, you can see that there is a alignment of these molecules. It's like plus minus minus plus minus plus minus plus, all in a perfect alignment. Okay, you can see it. So the thing is that what I'm trying to say is that electric force was like this. Okay, there is an internal alignment in this. Okay, so what happened is that due to this, there will be also, see, I have shown here only some atoms, some polar atoms or some polar molecules only, but actually there will be a lot of polar molecules. Okay, so what's going to happen is that there will be a bound charges appear on the externally. There is, it's like that electric field is going on. So inside the dielectric, what's going to happen is that there will be bound charges like this. Negative will be stick with it because negative charge run towards the electric field and positive charge run away from the electric field. So inside the surface of dielectric, what is going to happen is that there will be there will be positive charges, sorry, there will be negative charges. This I drawn by mistake, I'm sorry. There will be negative charges inside the surface of dielectric, inside the surface. Okay, here, and that there will be another side, there will be positive charges, because there are so many of such a molecules. For understanding, I have shown you here only such some molecules like H plus Cl minus, taken example as such, but actually there will be a lot of molecules due to which there will get generated, or there will be positive charge will get stick to the other side, that is inside of the dielectric, on the other side, that is right hand side. And on this side there will be negative charges which will get stick on the left hand side, which is basically internal side of the dielectric. Okay, this will happen due to the electric field applied on this dielectric, or this dielectric material being kept in the electric field. Okay, so I hope that you understood this thing. This is only the same which has been explained here. That is, due to this applied electric field from upside, there will be the negative charges will get bound to the inner side of the dielectric, and on the other side there will be the positive charges will get bound to the other side of the dielectric. Okay, okay, because actually there are lot of such a random molecules, like like this polar molecules in this polyatomic material. Okay, by polyatomic we mean having means like, so monatomic means having a single atom, polyatomic means having multiple atoms, kind of like molecule atoms being combined. So it's like this, say H, say plus minus plus minus plus minus plus minus, so some will be there also very, so like this plus minus plus minus plus minus. Okay, this is a rough diagram I have drawn here for just making you people understand the concept. So did you get it? Text me yes or no. Up to this much, did you get it? Firstly we take a electric polar material, applied electric field. Initially there was some orientation. At the third stage there was complete orientation. It's are aligned in this manner. Okay, and there is a bound charges being seen inside a dielectric material, minus and plus. So did you get this point? Text me yes or no. So Sujit, Kiran, perfect. That's great. Sujit, perfect. That's great. Mamta, perfect. Sakshi, that's yes sir. Parneet, yes sir. Okay. So I hope that everyone got this point. Okay. ठीक है. So now moving for the next. Okay. So now moving for the next. Satyam, yes sir. That's great, Satyam. Okay. So it's good you are participating. Appreciate this thing. You must understand everything. Okay. because Saturday session is just numericals or maybe some theory, but basically based on numerical only. And before that, I will give you a perfect PDF of good some amount which you really wanted. I know notes. Everybody want good notes. Okay, everybody want good notes. So this will be basically this is see now the thing which I've explained you. I'm going to write its mathematical expression. Okay, some mathematical in a mathematical way. I'm going to write it. Okay, see. Suppose this is a dielectric material, this one, okay? And suppose that I have applied an electric field E naught from outside. I have applied an electric field which is basically E naught from outside, okay? So what's going to happen, since this is a dielectric material, since it is a dielectric material, what's going to happen is that there will be charge separation, there are polar atoms, okay, polar molecules, so there will be kind of alignment, and due to which there will be bound charges which will stick towards the inner surface of the dielectrics. I told you because negative charge run towards the electric field, positive charge run away from the electric field. So at the inner side of this dielectric material, this is inner side, okay, there will be negative charge on this side, okay, due to the external E naught electric field being applied, okay, and there will be positive charge here because the positive charge run away from the electric field. So it will bound on this surface, that is on the inner surface of the dielectric, but this right hand side, okay, inner surface. What going to happen is that now closely observe this thing, that you can see that these are positive charge line, okay, and this is negative charge line. Externally I've applied electric field, that's okay, but still due to this bound charges on the inner side of this dielectric negative and bound charge, that is positive bound charge on the other side of the dielectric, there will be an internal electric field get generated because this is kind of positive and negative charges inside. So this electric field is basically known as EP, which I say as electric field due to polarization, that is polarization of this dielectric, okay, that is EP, which is basically in this direction due to positive charges on one side. This is basically inside the dielectric, okay, EP is inside the dielectric, it's been generated due to inside bound charges positive and negative on the other side here, okay. This is EP due to inside, due to EP means electric field generated, electric field electric field generated due to polarization. Polarization means there were polar atoms, or even if you take non-polar dielectric, still the condition will be the same. So there will be the polarization of dielectric material. Okay, polarization means polarizing means separation of charges. Okay, means separation of charges means there will be no coincidence, no, there will be no kind of like this center of the gravity of positive charge will not coincide with the center of gravity of negative charge. Okay, there will be separation, there will be alignment. Okay, so when such a thing occurs, there will be electric field being generated from inside, okay, and with the external electric field being generated from outside, which pass through which also passes through this dielectrics. Let me draw it with this. Let's take a highlighter. Okay, so this was also with this. See, EP generated because of the electric field being applied from outside, which was having the value basically, which was having the value basically this E naught. Okay, both are being applied. First, see, both are not being applied. First, E naught is applied, due to which an polarization of due to by the due to E naught there is a polarization of dielectric, due to which there is an EP, electric field due to polarization be generated inside the dielectric. Okay, so the net sum will be, what will be the net sum? So the net sum will be like this. That is, E naught was from outside in this direction. Okay, and EP is due to inside. So inside the dielectric, what will be the net electric field? Outside there was E naught, but that E naught was passing from inside also, and due to that passing E naught from inside of the dielectric, there is generated an electric field due to polarization of its molecules. Okay, okay. There was atom separation, so there was polarization of these molecules. Okay, so these atoms. So what's going to happen is that there will be a net electric field inside the dielectric, which is basically equals to E naught minus EP. Okay, E naught minus EP in magnitude. Okay, So this is basically the net electric field, but its direction will be in the same direction as external electric field. Okay, this direction will be in the same direction as external electric field, and this is basically inside the dielectric. This is basically inside the dielectric. So I hope that this was a fine concept. You understood this thing, and no need to worry. I will send you its perfect theory note. Okay, these are for explanation. You must be focused here, but still I will send you. No need to worry for this. But still you must understand. Did you understand? Did you Are you clear with this? Just text me yes or no fast. Just text me yes or no fast, or I need to explain it again, because I think that I've explained it in okay manner, but I want from you. Text me yes or no. Did you got this point? Did you got this point? Everyone, are you comfortable with this? Just text me yes or no, please, fast. Be energetic, okay? Don't keep your energy low, fast. Then we're going to solve a numerical now. Fast, fast. Text me yes or no, please. Okay, so students are coming. I think internet connection is fluctuating for some students, maybe. Satyam is clear, that's great. Sneha is clear, that's great. And yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Anita Singh, yes, sir. Sneha Singh, yes, sir. Mamta Singh, yes, sir. Likita Singh, yes, sir. Ridhima, it's a new one, okay? Ridhima is saying clear, that's great. Tejasvi is saying great, yes, sir. Tejasvi Singh, yes, sir. Sujit is saying yes, sir. Deepika is saying yes, sir. That's great. Okay, so I think that all the students got it. Is anyone there? Students are also saying maybe emojis. I've not seen. Harsh is saying no. Okay, so one student is having a doubt. See, let me maybe I need to explain the capacitor diagram. Okay, see, Harsh, I will send you a PDF of it, theory PDF, which is completely been, well designed note of this topic. Okay, because I need to complete today's capacitor topic. Okay, charging of capacitor. Okay, so I'm moving to the next session. Okay, Harsh. So I will send you the PDF note on the WhatsApp. Best theory notes. Okay, handwritten. No need to worry for this before the next session. Okay, tomorrow is no class. That's why. So I'm going to the next session, which is next topic, which is basically charging of capacitor. Okay, charging of capacitor. Okay. Acha. Harsh is saying it is because of cloudy weather. Okay, no problem, Harsh. I will send you the theory notes. Okay, no need to worry. Yeah, it creates a problem when weather is cloudy, so network issue is there, so you can't hear the voice clearly. I can understand. Okay. Okay, I apologize for that. I thought that you didn't understood. So no problem. I'll send you theory notes. You just have to download it and just see the video. Otherwise, you can text me, or you can call me, or if you're having any doubt. See, any student is having any doubt, can ask me, can text me, can call me. Okay, but the doubts must be serious. Okay, otherwise I will see. Okay. Now the next topic is charging and discharging of capacitor. This was the topic, parallel plate capacitor, that we will see in the next session. Okay. So it's easy, basically based on this only. Now we have to start with charging of a condenser. Okay, so everyone is ready? Text me yes or no. Text me yes or no that everyone is ready for this topic, charging of condenser. Till that you must understand that dielectrics is enough. Okay, it's enough that up to that session, that how net electric field was E naught minus EP. It's enough. And for using it, we will use it in parallel plate capacitor, inserting a dielectrics in parallel plate capacitor. That's easy. It's a just 2 minute topic that can be completed in the next session or in the theory notes. Okay, but now it's important, charging of a condenser or capacitor. So Mamta is saying yes, sir. Okay, that's good. So let me start it. Okay, charging of a condenser or capacitor. Condenser, I told you in the beginning of the session, beginning class, I told you condenser is basically same word used as a synonym for capacitor. Okay, capacitor. Okay, that's good. capacitor. Okay. So charging a capacitor. How can you charge a capacitor? Suppose that you can see on the screen, I've told you already, it's a symbol which can be used in circuits. That is, for resistors, we use this symbol. For capacitor, we use two parallel plates. I've told you this thing, no? So now suppose that I've inserted a battery in the circuit. I've installed a battery in the circuit. And initially there was switch off. There was switch off condition. Okay, at time 0. What I do at time 0, at the starting, what I do, I put switch on. Okay, I switch on the circuit. So what going to happen if I switch on the circuit? What will happen is this. This I switch on, this was switch off, I switched it on. Okay, I switched it on, I connected the circuit. So what will happen is that let me take pen. Blue will be good. Okay. So I switched that on. I switched it on, okay. So hold on. Yes. So now if I switch this on, switched on, okay. So what's going to happen is this capacitor will absorb the charge from this battery. We'll use the charge from this battery because since the circuit is completed. So what's going to happen due to potential difference, there will be a charge flow. Due to the potential difference of this battery, there will be a charge flow, current flow in this direction. Since there is current, there will be charge. Okay. So due to which what's going to happen, electric field will get generated in this capacitor plate like this. Okay. So there due to which means there will be a charge flow, there will be charge flow, there will be current in the circuit, due to which there will be charges being produced on the plates of this capacitors. Okay, charges being produced on the plates of these capacitors. That is, say plus and negative, and there will be electric field in it in this. Okay, so capacitor will get charge. Okay, so at time equals to 0, its charge was 0. Okay. Praneeth is saying class is boring, sir. See, class will you will feel this class boring only because maybe the capacitor is kind of topic which you need to. It's a kind of mechanical topic. It's not like mechanics. Mechanics is really interesting topic. Mechanics is really interesting topic. Okay, but for here you will feel that class will boring only. But no problem. Okay, is okay? You are feeling boring. Is everyone feeling boring? The class is feeling boring. Is everyone is feeling boring? The class is boring. You can text. Is everyone feeling boring? Ananya is saying no. Okay, thank you. Satyam is saying no. Okay. Kiran is saying yes, slightly. Okay. So you will feel. The reason is that capacitor topic is mechanical. It's not like Newton laws of motion or work power energy or these topics. These are electronic topics. Harsh is saying no, thank you. Mumta is saying no, thank you. Okay. Deepak is saying no, thank you so much. Anita is saying no, thank you. Satyam is saying interesting, getting to know something new in our daily life. Thank you so much, Satyam. So for those who want to study, it's interesting. For those maybe who are kind of interested in physics behind it, maybe who are very interested in 11 topics, maybe they may feel that it's not interesting. Okay, so see, you can wait for 11 topics like that in and Newton laws of motion, and when we'll come to that topics, then I'll teach you that topics, that is circular motion. That will when you attend that classes, okay, you will feel really good. It will feel really interesting. But for these topics, understand this thing that these topics are kind of mechanical topics. Okay, Praneeth, mechanical topics. So still you have to study for IET, G and NEET. Still you have to study for IIT, G and NEET. Okay, that's why you may feel this thing, but no issues. I have to continue the class because other students are really interested in class. They are sending the doubts in WhatsApp and all, and I've solved it to send them the PDF. So that's good. Okay, let me start. So I told you this thing that due to installation of the battery, this capacitor will get charge. Okay, I switched it on. This capacitor will charge. The charger will get produced. Say when it will fully charge, say charger will get produced as initially the charge will get produced as plus Q and minus Q, and this battery is having the potential difference say E. Okay, when I switched it on, okay, and I suppose that the current is flowing in this direction, okay. So applying by applying KVL, by applying KVL, okay, what's going to happen is that, what is the meaning of KVL, Kirchhoff voltage law, by the way? It says that, see, suppose that, do it like this. See, it says that the sum of potential difference, potential drops, basically algebraic sum of potential difference is equals to 0, or or source voltage is equals to potential drops potential drop across elements of circuit. Okay, so suppose source voltage is here as of battery. Okay, source voltage is here of battery. Okay, so I will write like this equation: EMF, which is equals to source voltage, or you can use, okay, is equals to potential drop across this will be, since this is resistance, so potential, we know that V is equals to IR, so this will act as a potential drop. Okay, so IR plus will come out to be this. We know that potential drop across this is equals, we know that Q is equals to CV. So put C down, potential difference will come out. Okay, so this will come out to be Q by C. So this is the equation, simple equation I've told you. Okay, or you can write like this, that is E minus IR minus Q by C equals to 0, which is basically the application of first one. Okay, okay. So this can be said in KVL can be said in two ways, that algebraic sum of potential drop is equals to 0, source voltage is equals to potential difference across elements of the circuit, whether it is resistance or capacitor. Okay, so these both are the same equations. You can put this IR and Q by C here. It will come out to be this only. Okay, so I think everyone understood it, and I think Parneet also understood this thing now. Okay, not to worry, Parneet. I will send you the complete notes. We will have a talk. Okay, no problem. I will solve all your queries. So no need to worry. Chill. Be relaxed. Okay, don't need to worry. So maybe you're taking a lot of stress so that you are feeling the class boring. No need to worry. I will send you the notes. I will clear all your doubts. Okay, if you are here. So everybody text me. Anybody can text me like this key on the chat key. Did you understood this point? Because it's easily been explained to you. Did you understood this point? Text me yes or no, please. We see we are on the completing of this session, means it's like that of this topics also, because after charging and discharging there is just like a circuit problems, which basically can be covered in current electricity chapter, where you can find the combinations of resistance. And that chapter also, this topic, that is combination of capacitors, can be completed, that is equivalent resistance, equivalent capacitance. And here just we have to complete charging and discharging. After that numericals, and after that maybe test. Okay, after that maybe test. Yes, sir. Kiran Singh, yes. Okay, all the students, the major students who usually text me are all saying yes. Okay, so it's good. Okay, Ananya is saying yes, Kiran is saying yes. Okay, that's fine. Mamta is saying yes, that's good. Likita is saying yes, that's good. Okay, okay. So moving ahead for solving this question to derive the equation of charge. Okay, charge equation in this. Derive the equation of charge in this. Okay. So as I've told you this here, this was the equation. This what I did is this. In this is that we closed it. We close this thing, and there was plus q minus q. Current was like this. We got the equation this, that is E is equals to basically IR plus q by C. Okay, IR plus q by C. Okay, so now what we need to do is that this is EMF, this is IR and C. We need to substitute, we need to want this I outside. Okay, so what we could do is this E minus q by C. I took q by C on the left hand side, the most left hand side, I by I this R. Okay, resistance you need to put at the base. Okay, so this will be equals to E by R minus q R by C I. Okay, And now what we're going to do is this, that is, yes, okay. So we know this thing that I is basically, what is I? I is basically current, which is basically equals to dq by dt. Simple. Dq by dt, simple. Okay. So put this dq by dt, and this will come out to be e by r minus q by rc. Okay. Now what we're going to do is this, integrate it. Integrate it. Okay. So if I'm going to integrate this thing, first of all, let me take its LCM. So LCM will come out to be, say, EC minus Q upon RC is equals to dq by dt. Okay. EC minus Q is equals to Q upon RC is equals to dq by dt. So let me write it again here. EC minus Q upon RC is equals to dq by dt. Okay, students. I hope you understood this thing here up to this point. Okay. So text me yes or no. Did you understood this equation? EC minus Q upon RC dq by dt. Text me yes or no. Text me, students, yes or no. Soon I'm going to drive this formula, and I'll ask one question, and then we'll have a NPS. Okay, we'll have an NPS. So see, if you're participating in the class, it's for you. Not participating, it's your loss. It's not my loss. Okay, means if even if you're attending the class, it's your benefit only. Because I tell you, students, exam will going to happen. It's not like that if it's corona time, exam will not happen. Exam will happen. It will happen in a delayed time. But if you are not studying, some other people are studying. If you students are not studying, some other students are studying. And if they are studying at home, they will get a marks, and they will get a college. Okay. So it's on you. You have opportunity to get into NIT, sorry, NITs, IITs, or medical colleges of your choice. It's on you. Today you will get study. If you study some concept from the class, try for some books, DC Pandey, HCV, or Avanti module. You will get it. If you are not even focusing in your class, do you expect that you will study with yourself? No, I don't think so. It will take a lot of pressure for you to take a book and then study yourself. If you're studying from the class, then you can go and have some motivation and can apply those concepts which been taught to you in the class, in your books, or some Avanti modules and whatever the material you are trying for. Okay, so it's for your benefit. So I appreciate those students who are really eager for colleges or getting into good college, because it will really it's really for your bright future only. Okay, I know, because it's colleges are really important. They hold importance. Okay, but before that, your knowledge is important. Okay, so the thing is this. Let me do this as a period here. So let me put a slideshow again here. Yes. So this was the point. We are here. Yeah, we were here. So I told you this. What the equation I derived was this: plus q minus q. EMF was this. So equation was this. That is EC EC minus q upon RC is equals to dq by dt. Okay. So we need to integrate this thing. So I'm going to integrate this equation now. So how I'm going to integrate this equation? This will come out to be like this. That is dt by RC cross multiply. Not cross multiply. I will put this dt here, and this EC minus RK at the down. So 1 upon EC minus Q dq. Okay. Now I'm going to integrate it. Okay. This will come out to be T by RC. Suppose that from time 0 to T, and this is from at initially the charge was 0. Finally, the charge is basically equals to, say, some Q only. Okay. This will come out to be ln EC minus Q. Okay. This is minus sign, so it will appear in front of this. Okay. And the limits will be from 0 to Q. So its answer will come out to be minus of ln EC minus Q. Okay. Minus of minus plus ln EC. Okay, students, this will be T by RC. So see, this is a mathematical approach. You must understand this thing what I did. Okay, let me teach you this thing. What I did is that I did this EC minus Q's log with respect to DQ. So we know that log of this will be comes out to be ln x plus c. C is basically constant of integration. Okay, for indefinite integration, for definite integration, if you put the limits say from 0 to say some a, this constant of integration gets terminated. Okay, so ln x remains same. I did it here. Limits are from 0 to q. So what I did is this will come out to be, if I integrate this with this, what going to happen is this, its integration comes out to be ln ec minus q of minus. Okay, limits are from 0 to q, so it will come out to be, first we'll put q here, this will come out to be minus of ln ec minus q, and if I put minus here, if I put my if I put 0 here, minus of ln ec minus 0. Okay, so this will be come out to be like this will come out to be here as Swami Vivekananda. If some person's name is this, he raised his hand. If he's having any doubt, can text me in the chat box. Okay, this minus and minus will be plus. So ln ec, this will come out to be okay. So right hand side will come out to be this, and we know that ln a plus ln b, sorry, minus of ln a of ln b is like this, ln b by a. This is logarithmic low. Okay, so I will put it like this, like ln ec minus q. This is right hand side. Right hand side was basically upside. You can see it. This side, I solved this side. Okay. I hope everyone got this point. See, first I use this, drive this equation, I solve it. Okay. Then I drive this, and then I use this equation. I told you that log is equals to this and this and then this. Okay. And this ln came. Okay, I hope that you understood this thing. If see, don't worry, even if you're not getting this point, no, I'm going to put the notes, clear notes to you. Okay, because to tomorrow we don't have any class, so I'll put that notes here, and it will be easily clear to you all people. Okay, it's a mathematical kind of approach, but I hope that some students are getting it. So text me yes or no, because it's really no need to worry. It's a time needed process, and it's really mathematical approach is really somewhat complex. So if you understood this thing, just text me yes or no. Just text me yes or no if you understood this thing. Text me fast. Yes. So yeah, really students are, they are really getting this point. So I really appreciate those who got this point. This shows that you are really good at mathematics. Those who got this point, it shows that you are really interested. You are really, you know, good at your mathematical approach. Okay. Those are participating. Yes, sir. So Ananya is good. Satyam is good at. Sakshi is good. Nishchita is good. Mamta is good. Deepaka is good. Gaurav is good. Okay. So it shows your mathematical approach, because you can't get into JE or IITs or NITs just by physics. You need mathematics also with it. Okay, so study mathematics also. Okay, and but no need to worry for those students who didn't get this mathematical approach. Nisha is saying yes, sir. Okay, I will send you a good PDF, well clear PDF. Okay, 100% I'm going to send you today. Only I'm going to send you. Okay, today I will send you that PDF, and tomorrow is that we don't have class, so you can study that PDF. Okay, so this is approach. This was approach to, hold on, true. Yeah, this you will get as ln ec upon ec minus q, ln ec upon ec minus q. Okay, so this is right hand side, and above side was this, that is t by rc. Okay, so comparing both the things we will get, this, that is ln ec upon ec minus q upon t by rc. And this is basically, what is this, if I introduce a minus sign on both the sides, this will get reverse, order will get reverse. Okay, this will come out to be ec minus q upon ec upon t by rc. Okay, students, upon t by rc. So we know that ln x, ln x, say y, so it will be, it is can be written as like this, ey x. Okay, so here same I'll write this, says to treat it as y, and this it as this. Okay, is at this it has x. Okay, so it will be written as like this: E minus n is there. E minus t by RC is equals to EC minus Q upon EC. Okay, so when you manipulate it, it will come out to be like this. That is EC E minus t by RC, and this is equals to basically EC minus is equals to Q. So what the thing is that Q comes out to be finally, the final result will be this. You can drive it or I will send you the theory, no need to worry. Q will come out to be EC1 minus E minus T by RC. Ultimately Q will come out to be this. Okay. Ultimately Q will come out to be this. Okay. So you can try it out. Okay. You can try it out. And this is the final Q equation, charge equation, which is basically is the negative exponential. So it's like this somewhat. What it is, it will be like this. It will be like this somewhat, say. Hold on, let me draw it properly. So it will be basically 6 point, here it's something 6.32 it comes, that we will drive in the next session. So it is basically like this. Okay. Okay, so we will drive this in the next session. So this was a charge equation. I hope that you got this charge equation, by the way. Okay, so see, today's session is just basically about charging the capacitor. And in the next session, before next session, I will give you all the theory notes, okay, of charging and discharging of the capacitor. And then we will start doing the numericals. Okay, so for now I'm launching NPS. Okay, for now I'm launching NPS for those the students, the serious one who are yet in the class can don't leave now. Sneha, don't leave now. Just participate in the NPS, okay? And then I will come for the Saturday's class, and that thing I think that will be the end session for the class for I think for this topic, charging and discharging. Before that, I will give you the all the week's notes, proper notes, numericals, extra numericals, a complete PDF of capacitor, okay? Okay, so that you can keep it with you. And the next session you must read it. If you will not read it, other session will also be boring for you. See, what I'm saying is that if you not read that PDF before coming to the Saturday session, that notes, complete booklet, then other session will also be a boring for you because you don't know anything because you haven't studied. This is for those students who haven't studied. Okay, so it's like that. So you have to study for that. You know, all things I can explain some slides like bit animation and over, but all the topic I can't explain with animation. Starting can be explained what is capacitor like this, but everything can't be explained no like this. Because it's a mechanical kind of concept. No, charging can be explained. Okay, so I will explain this thing. I'm launching NPS for you. So participate in the NPS. So I want that you must be happy with if you're participating in the class, you must be happy with that you have studied the things, you have learned some things, okay? Because it will only help you in gaining the knowledge and the concepts. Gauri Singh, yes, sir, that's great. Sneh Singh, okay, good. See, capacitor, this electronics topics are basically on your practice. How much you practice circuit diagrams and all diagrams, how much you practice. Those students are, see, it will be like if you're serious, you will get a selection. If you're not serious, time will go, corona will also go, and the exam will come. Then it will be like this, okay? And I know that students who are serious. Satyam is saying, sir, thank you, sir. You taught nicely. Okay, thank you, Satyam. That's great. It shows that you are studying seriously. Okay. But the thing is that you know exam will come. Then you have to participate in the exam. Okay. Then you will you have to participate in the exam, and then it's on you that how you perform there. So before that, you can do as much as what you can. I mean, do as much as mistakes you can. Study seriously because after that, after the exam happens, I tell you, once doesn't feel good. Means if it's not participating. So Anita is saying thank you, sir. Okay, Anita, thank you so much participating in the poll and all the session. I remember the see. I got teacher always remembers the names of the students who are participating. If you're serious, I will helpful to you. Even if you are not serious, I will be helpful to you. See, I told you. Even if you're serious, I'm helpful. If you're not, still I'm serious. I am serious for you. Okay, I am I'm helpful to you, students. The thing is that if you're, it will not work on one side. If I am helping you, for those students who are interested, they will benefit. I'm ready to help for those also who are not interested. But it's you must be interested. Otherwise, I can't put the things in your head. At least you must try. The students were sending me doubts in the WhatsApp. I responded to the doubts, and they really like the solutions. So no matter. Now what I need to do is that whatever the class doubts were there, or you can send the doubts. I will include that doubts as much as I can include in the PDF before the Saturday session. Okay. So I think that see I will send this PDF at one time only, so that I can include a good booklet like that. Sending the random PDFs in the WhatsApp is not cool. Okay. Means I will include all the topics and we will send it before Saturday session. You will add a good some amount of time before starting of the class of the Saturday session, so that you can read all the PDF booklet which I will send in the WhatsApp group of this capacitor chapter. Sakshi Singh, thank you, sir. Mamta Singh, thank you, sir. Okay, Sakshi, thank you so much. Mamta, thank you so much for participating in all the session. And the students who are texting, we get to know that they are really interested. Okay, they are really interested. Ananya Singh, thank you, sir. That's great. Bye to everyone. Okay. Bye to everyone. We hold it. Bye. Okay. Bye, everyone. Bye, Ankita. Bye. Okay, you can leave the class. We can now leave the class. I think so. It's 4:30. Okay. So take care, everyone. Okay. Bye. So everyone, is anybody is having doubt, can ask in the session. If anybody is having the doubt, if you want to ask through your mic, also you can ask. Okay, let me